What's up, Hedgehog Maniacs and Doki Fanatics? Sonic17 here, back with more Doki Doki Storm, which is a mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. When you last saw me play, Yuri attempted to get MC to read the book with her and everything, which she was able to do, but her anxiety was kicking in at the start. So now how Yuri can get and everything, I'm just wondering what the next part of the mod's gonna be. Anyway, time to dive in. Let's do it to it. Also, if you hear my voice sound a little differently, I'm using a different capture method for this one. This is just a test run to see how it goes. Because, like I said in the last recording, I noticed in the comments that you guys have been saying that that you couldn't hear my voice when I was doing all this. When it comes to not just DDLC, but for other games as well. I just hope you guys can hear me. If not, then I'm sorry. I just want to get that out of the way. But let's continue on with this.
Suddenly, my thoughts are interrupted when a piece of paper enters my field of vision. Sonic is offering me his poem. I'm at least good at reading and writing, so maybe this would be my one chance to show that I don't always look foolish. As I read through his poem, I become increasingly surprised at how good it is. Well, actually, the structure is a little choppy, but besides that, the imagery is highly evocated, and he demonstrates an impressive vocabulary. There's just one word I can think of to describe it. Exceptional!
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Praise you did, Yuri. Oh boy. Anyway.
I dropped the poem to bring my hands to my mouth. So much for not looking foolish.
You think?
I'm so embarrassed. I end up covering my whole face. I end up covering my whole face, looking away from him. I'm messing this up all over again. The one thing I could have been good at, and I'm ruining it. He's gonna hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I did? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? I used my nervous laughter to cover my ragged breathing until I could get under control. I had to regain my focus. I had to show that I can speak intelligently about this. I take a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh? I was not expecting that at all. I looked from him back to the poem again. This is his first time? Could he just be a natural at this? Could he ever be some kind of prodigy? I suddenly find him very intimidating. Because not only is he wonderful at everything else, he might be better than me at the only thing I'm good at. Still, I feel a need to prove that I'm worth something. Well, I know that. I just meant, I trail off. Any criticism I can think of is going to sound pretty weak. But the structure seems like a good place to start. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they forfeit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learn by example, and try new things. I hate the way I sound. I'm really reaching, grasping at anything I can. And I'm being so vague. I don't know if any of this is constructive. I hope I at least sound a little confident, but I think I may be going too far.
Hey, nothing wrong with criticism, Yuri, but I don't know. Anyway.
I know that no one likes it when I act like a know-it-all. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives me valuable feedback. Not to give me a little bias, though.
Bias? How?
I'm tempted to talk about how simple and immature and rude she is.
But she's still my favorite Doki, Yuri.
Well, never mind. I should be talking about people like that.
Especially if it's my favorite Doki.
Sorry.
I've said this numerous times, guys. I have favoritism when it comes to Natsuki. That's also to people who are new to my channel. Anyway. It's fine. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. I pull my poem out of my bag and hand it to him. When I first wrote it, I was feeling pretty good. But I'm feeling a lot less confident now. Will it be enough to impress him? I nervously watch him read it. How much time has passed? It feels like a long time. The longer he spends reading it, the more anxious I feel about his reaction. Finally, he hands it back to me. I'm having trouble reading his expression. I'm sorry I have such shallow handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
I feel a flowing sensation inside me. That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I feel like knots are untying themselves in my stomach. I didn't realize how much tension I was holding there. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Huh? right, the title. He really didn't understand the poem at all then. It makes it a lot less intimidating. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Sandy X.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. I hope he doesn't notice that I just contradicted myself. But remember, that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being similarly compared to a ghost. Clinging to her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Impressive. He thinks I'm impressive. I impressed him. I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Sanyex.
Me too. Oh boy. That was something. Anyway.
I'm still feeling breathless as he moves on to show his poem to Natsuki. Sayori seems safe to go to next. She was pleasant earlier.
Hey Yuri, having fun?
After my Disney experience with Sanyex, fun doesn't seem like the right word, but... Yes, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, I thought that was very short with each other. Sometimes it feels like we keep to ourselves too much in here. Rocket has the best ideas.
I can't help glancing at Sanyex again as I nod in agreement.
Do you want to be my birthday?
Certainly. The title is Dear Sunshine. It's a very simplistic poem about sunshine in the morning. It's very literal. There doesn't seem to be any metaphors in it at all. Still, I should say something nice about it. It's a good start. It serves as a good focal point for the theme of your poem. It's the source of all life in the world, after all. It's something that everyone can identify with. But don't be afraid to add more metaphors to your work. Let your mind work through your feelings and write down the words that come to you. In particular, that last line, I want breakfast, is a very mundane line to end with.
But breakfast is awesome.
Well, I suppose so. In any case, with this practice, it can only mean your next work would be better. I will look forward to seeing how you improve, even if you ever wish to share again.
Thanks, Yuri. That's really sweet of you. Can I see yours now?
Very well. As she looks over my poem, her eyes light up in intense interest.
This is really good, Yuri. That ghost sure sounds spooky.
Sayori isn't at all as sophisticated as I expected. I wonder if it's worth even trying to explain that the ghost is a metaphor. I also can't help wondering why she's vice president instead of myself.
You get a rude awakening in the next act, Yuri. played out like the main game in a way, but this is from Yuri's perspective. Anyway,
Even though I'm not sure how well I would fit in that role, it isn't intended to be spooky.
like last month was. Anyway,
It's about wanting to stay in the comfort of the past while being pushed forward into the future.
Oh, that's so deep. I love it. Thanks for sharing, Yuri.
I smile graciously in response. It's time to move on. I hope somebody here understands my metaphors. It almost makes me wonder if I should reconsider my choice of style.
and there was Monica.
Monica approaches me next.
How you holding up, Yuri? You surviving okay?
I allow myself a little chuckle. I'm doing alright. I admit that I was reluctant at first, but it's getting easier.
Glad to hear it. Let's get started then, shall we?
Monica hands me her poem entitled Hole in Wall. It's about... I'm not even sure what it's about. It feels like it's full of dark, hidden meaning beyond my comprehension. Monica gazes at me with a gentle, curious expression.
What are your thoughts on it?
The use of metaphors to convey emotion is most impressive. If I had to guess, it sounds like you had some kind of binding realization of feeling trapped? Monica raises an eyebrow.
Very astute. Yes, you can say I had an empathy recently. It's been influencing my work.
Interesting. May I ask what the nature of your empathy is?
You can tell Monica doesn't want to say it because she's self-aware.
Sorry, Yuri. Don't take this the wrong way. But it's really not. But it's not really something I want to share right now.
For some reason, she glances in Santiago's direction when she says this.
Yeah. If you don't know why she's doing that, I suggest you play the main game right now if you're new to DDLC. Anyway,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to impose.
It's alright. It's just something I have to deal with in my own way. Don't worry about it.
why must you insist, Monica? Why must you freaking insist on that pose of yours? Like I said numerous times, sometimes I even wonder.
She gives me a friendly smile.
Oh, her mouth's open. I was not expecting that.
Can I see your phone now?
Of course. As she's reading my poem, I find myself wondering what could possibly make Monica feel trapped. She's intelligent, beautiful, and popular. Surely there's nothing holding her back from attaining anything she wants. After she finishes reading, she passes it back to me with a bemused look on her face.
Wow, you really don't like doing this, do you?
What? I'm not.
That's okay, Yuri. I just think it's funny. You will know about how you don't want to write a poem. That's pretty meta. I respect that.
She understood it. She understood my metaphor. But now I can't help feeling embarrassing about it. I'm sorry, Monica. I didn't mean any disrespect.
okay, really. I know this is hard for you. But you're smart, capable, and clearly you're talented. You don't need to hold back so much. You don't have to be afraid to put more of yourself into your poem. The whole point of the exercise...
Sorry.
The whole point of the exercise is for us to express ourselves in new and different ways. We're all in this together. We're not going to judge you.
Monica raises a fair point. Perhaps I was being silly and dreading sharing my poetry after all along. It's a good reminder of why Monica is president. Her kind, patient demeanor helps me relax. That's reassuring. Thank you, Monica. I will definitely give that some thought.
Next time, I'd like to see you a bit more daring in your writing.
Next time?
Yes, well, this is going well enough. I think I'd like to do this again for tomorrow. We can discuss that later, though. I think right now you have one more person to share your poem with.
And wouldn't you know, it's Natsuki. I've seen how this plays out from MC's perspective. I'm just wondering how this is gonna go down from Yuri's perspective. I expect that MC would side with Yuri. But I have to get to where MC makes his decision. Once I get to it. Anyway.
She gestures towards Natsuki, who is sitting at a nearby desk, looking grumpy. Does she even not look angry?
She's his son there, Yuri. That was a rhyme.
I've been dreading this. I've been wondering if I could just avoid her altogether.
You cannot, Yuri. You cannot.
But now that Monica directly pointed her out, I can't exactly do that.
You think?
I start to approach Natsuki, but I can't seem to bring myself to walk right up to her. I find it much easier to just sit at the desk next to hers. I'm not sure how much of it is because of leftover feelings of frustration, or just how generally nervous I feel around her. This would be easier if she would look at me. Finally, she sighs and glances in my direction.
Let's get this over with.
She begrudgingly hands me her poem while snatching mine out of my hand. Her gruff movement makes me more uncomfortable than I already was. It doesn't help that she keeps grumbling to herself while she's reading my poem. I look over hers. The title is Eagles Can Fly. It's a short poem about a bunch of cute animals. I smile to myself while reading it. It's even more simplistic than Sayori's was.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
She puts my phone back on my desk in a dismissive gesture.
I guess you can say it's fancy.
Thanks. That sounds a lot better than I expected from her. I should say something nice about hers too. Yours is cute.
Boy, I know where this is going.
Cute? Did you complain, Mr. Civilized or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute?
That was not the reaction I was expecting. Did I do something wrong?
Never call Natsuki. Never say the C word to Natsuki, okay?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You really have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
This is so stressful. Why can't you just be calm like everyone else? What do I do? Well, Sayuri and Sanyaxo accepted my offers of help. So maybe I could try that here too. Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Sandy did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
I feel particularly stung by the comment about Sandy X. My earlier anger is returning. And excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Natsuki's looking more and more angry, but I don't care anymore. And Sandyak's like my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. I hold my head up with pride at that last comment. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
We all know what's gonna go down.
She looks like she's trying to tower over me. But she's so short. She only comes up to eye level with me while I'm sitting down. I still can't help feeling a little scared though.
I would be too if not if I was Natsuki right now. Uh, I can't help but feel scared too if I was Yuri right now, but still. Like I said, this is my favorite Doki we're talking about here.
ow! I didn't realize you were so offensive and trying to press on the remember, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just... This is extremely uncomfortable. Why does she have to keep bringing Sandy X into this? I summon all my anger so I feel less afraid. I find myself standing up too. Maybe you're just jealous that Sandy X appreciates my advice more than you appreciate yours.
I know you appreciate my advice more. Are you that full yourself?
I'm a little stunned. I thought I was making a meaningless display of bravado. But it's true, isn't it? She really is jealous. Unbelievable. How could she possibly think that Sandy X could be interested in someone like her? He's so sophisticated, and she's so simple and cute.
This is why I actually like Natsuki, and also the reason why she's my favorite Doki. I know this is a Yuri, from Yuri's perspective, but I still have favoritism. I've said this numerous times. Let's go.
No. If I was for myself, I would totally go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. She really hates being called cute.
You think?
I hope my comment made her feel as strong as I do.
Is everyone okay?
Sayori! I suddenly noticed that everyone's attention is on us, including Sandy X's.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as I started showing up.
Time stops. They're bigger? I bring my hand up to my chest in a futile effort to hide them. I know they're larger than those of normal people. I know everyone stares at me for them. But I really thought they stopped growing. The storm is rising. My head fills with unbearable thoughts. Having this brought up so publicly is so humiliating that I just want to disappear. I find myself thinking of a thinking of my purple knife still in my bag, and what I want to do with it.
Don't get any ideas, Yuri.
I have to fight with everything I have to suppress those thoughts. I don't want to lose control in front of so many people. I try to keep the hurt out of my voice. Natsuki!
Natsuki? That's a little.
This doesn't involve you!
This doesn't involve you! I don't like Vegas!
He won't stop looking. Sonny X won't stop looking. He must think he really bad me by now. Somewhere amidst the storm is the desperate hope that I can convince him not to hate me. Or at least hate me less. Sonny X! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it! If she could give herself to appreciate that simple right is more effective, this would have happened in the first place. What's the point of making a book so convoluted for no reason? The readers should just jump at the reader. Don't force them how to figure it out. Let me explain that to Sonny X.
Is this read still about poetry for her? She's actually trying to convince him that being simple is better? Somewhere in the roaring storm within me is a desire to try to prove myself one last time. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoidance is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Sonny X? It feels like it takes the last of my energy to get those words out. Well? He looks so uncomfortable. I feel bad about being impatient. But the storm is so bad. I feel like I'm barely in control. At this point, all I can do is wait for his response. And to my horror, he turns to Natsuki. I sink back into my chair. I really did think he preferred Natsuki writing over mine. His writing is so refined and elegant, and hers is so not.
Yuri!
It takes a monumental effort to pull myself away from my thoughts to focus on him.
You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret I was impressed.
Well,
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I don't understand. I didn't insult her. I didn't threaten her. If anything, she threatened me. I'm having trouble focusing right now. But I see he really does prefer her over me after all. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. The storm takes over. It blocks out all sound. The last thing I see is Sonny X turning back towards Natsuki again. I'm bent over my desk with my face in my hands, my hair hiding everyone from view. I start to cry, keeping my hands over my mouth to stifle any sound. How did everything go so wrong? How could Sonny X like someone as hate-filled as Natsuki more than at me?
There was a good reason for that, Yuri. This is from your perspective, after all. But like I said, that's my favorite Doki.
Does that mean I'm somehow worse? I must be. Was it really just Natsuki's writing that he liked, or was it something else? Maybe it's the fact that I lost my temper that drove him away from me. Maybe it's the fact that she's more reasonably sized that he likes. But what's echoing in my head?
I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Sonic started showing up.
How does that even make any sense? Wait. Was she trying to suggest that I deliberately added padding to myself? Why would I do that? Why would anyone do that? Even by my standards, that seems like a weird thing to suggest. I wipe away my tears. There's so much in this world that I don't understand.
Everything all right?
I see Sonic standing over me with a look of concern on his face. Monica and Sayuri are also nearby, looking noticeably uncomfortable. For some reason, Natsuki doesn't seem to be in the room. It's probably the only reason he's paying any attention now.
Maybe he turned to Natsuki after he got done talking to Yuri. Wait a minute. This reminds me of that one thing that happened during Summer Hope. Part of it I did back in November. I think it was November 2018 and maybe December. I don't know. Anyway.
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri!
How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. If he doesn't think any less of me, that probably means he didn't think much of me to begin with. I suppose I should be thankful that he's being this gracious to me. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Sadiex. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as a part of this club now.
Yeah, it's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So,
what thing did Natsuki say?
I can't bring myself to say it. I'm not even completely sure that's how Natsuki meant it. Well, never mind that. I'm sure my anxiety must be showing. I need to calm myself down. I'm going to go to make some tea.
Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah. Going through the emotions of preparing tea helps me occupy me. But does little to quell the storm. Sonic and I sit drinking tea together in silence as my negative thoughts surge and threaten to overwhelm me. All I can think about is that he'd rather be with Natsuki. I wonder if I should say something, but all I can do is dwell on how miserable I am. Natsuki comes back into the room. I wonder where she was. I expected Sonic to go greet her, but Monica steps in.
Okay, everyone. This is about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun!
How can anyone talk about fun when I feel so wrenched? Still, I find myself casting my mind back to earlier in the afternoon. I guess the earlier part was enjoyable, at least. Well, I say it was worth it. I just want to go home. I just want to be away from people. I feel somewhat relieved that it's time to leave. But that really turns to despair when Sonic walks away without another word to me. He and Sayori leave together. I guess he likes her more than me too.
I know this is gonna be a bad time to stop, but that's why I'm gonna be stopping right now, Hedgehog Maniacs. Quite something to say the least, huh? Still. Seeing all that from Yuri's perspective, it was interesting. I'm just wondering what the next part of mod's gonna bring me. Until then, SoniX17 signing out. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think down below. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe to me so you'll check out the rest of my content, and you can also check out the videos you see here on the screen. I told you to stop doing that, Monica!